Mas eu também me entrou com mais. Ja, ik wil net even denken met jullie.
Didi, can you hear me? Mana Edwin? Wanu gana ba? Okay. We can get counselors, communication and WhatsApp with counselors. The right payers doesn't pardon Bona counselors.
Afternoon, everyone.
Didi.
It's 2 minutes past 2, speaker. Can we start?
Okay. Hello.
Afternoon, everyone.
Okay. So who from municipality refer you to the council? Because they cannot, if you go to municipality, they cannot refer you to a councillor because you come and complain about.
Afternoon, everyone.
Afternoon, Speaker.
Afternoon, Speaker.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Speaker.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this special council meeting today. Can I just first, before we go on to the agenda, make a roll call?
Speaker, see our faces as well. Speaker,
Yes.
do you want to see our faces as well when you do the roll call?
Yes, Councillor Wolmerand. Councillor Kraut. Councillor Kraut.
Speaker, I'm here. I'm here. I don't know why I must always be the first on the list, but yeah, I'm here. You see me?
Yeah, you first. Yes, I can see you. Councillor Davis.
Thank you, Speaker. It's alphabetical order. That's why, we're trying to do it from that perspective. Thank you.
Councillor Quinana. Councillor Quinana. Councillor Matika. Councillor Matika.
Matika is here. Matika is here, Speaker.
Can you put your camera on, please? Thank
My
you.
my camera is on,
Councillor
Speaker.
Matiwana.
It's on.
I can see
I'm
you.
here, Speaker. Can you see me?
No.
I'm here, Speaker.
Can you put your camera on?
My camera is on, Speaker.
No, you absent without leave when.
Hey, we're not supposed to come, man.
Councillor
I'm here.
council meeting now here. Councillor Tokolo. We are in a council meeting here now.
Speaker.
Can we
Speaker.
agree that we're in a council meeting here now?
Yes.
Speaker. Totally agree, Speaker. Totally agree.
Councillor Matiwana.
Yes,
Councillor
Speaker. Councillor Salaze.
Matiwana, can you
Speaker.
put your camera on, please?
My camera is on, Speaker.
I can see you now. Thank you. Councillor
Okay,
Naki. Councillor Naki. Councillor Naki. Councillor Nezu.
It's Avatar.
Councillor Nezu.
Yes, Speaker.
David.
Yes, Speaker.
Clinic.
Yes,
Sir.
Speaker.
Camera, sir.
What one?
Speaker, I am struggling off the network, but I am here.
Councillor Quinana, Speaker, present.
Keep your face.
Speaker.
I want to see your face.
Speaker. Councillor Quinana is present.
Speaker, just on a point of order, Speaker.
No, sorry, I had a connection problem there, councillors. Can you all hear me?
Councillor
Can you hear me?
present.
Yes, we can hear
Speaker,
you.
we can
Speaker.
hear.
Yes, thank you. Councillor Naki? Councillor Naki?
Speaker,
Councillor
Councillor
Ned.
Nakis just got battery issues. She is, she'll be, now, Speaker, now.
Councillor Ngezu?
Madam
Councillor
Speaker,
Ngezu?
sorry to disturb you. Madam Speaker, sorry to disturb you,
Oh,
but
no,
there's a
Speaker.
terrible sound. If you can just ask all the councillors just to put their mics off because there's a terrible sound. We can't even hear you properly. If they just, we start with all our mics off and then we, from there, thank you, Madam Speaker. It's terrible, the sound.
Thank you. Councillor Ngezu,
Here, Mr. Speaker, I'm here.
put your camera on, please. Councillor Ngezu, can you put your camera on? Councillor Opperman?
I'm here.
Councillor Opperman, your camera is not on.
I'm here. Can you see me?
No, your camera is not on.
The camera's on.
Her camera is on. I can see her clearly. I can also see her as well as Councillor Krauts.
I can't see anyone on this.
But Speaker Councillor
Sorry,
Bowman,
Jolene, what are you saying about me?
I can see you, but it seems as if the speaker has got a problem. Every time we see all the councillors, but she don't see them.
The speaker's using my laptop, that's probably why
Oh,
you see me.
That's why I see Councillor Claudine Krauts. But Speaker, what I want to say is we can see all the councillors, but it seems as the problem is on your side.
Okay, yeah, we'll have to have IT to come and fix it. That's fine for now. Councillor Salase? Councillor Salase?
Councillor Salasi's got a little bit of connection problems. IT is on it.
Councillor Skosana?
Mr. Speaker. Can you see
Thank
me?
you. Councillor Strubel?
Speaker, I'm here. I'll just make sure that you see me. Can you see me?
No, it's fine. It's fine because I can't see you for now. I just need IT to come and fix the.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I
Thank you,
can hear
Speaker.
Yes, thank you. Councillor Tsengwa?
Yes, Speaker. Speaker, can you hear me?
Yes, thank you, Councillor
Yes,
Tsengwa.
Speaker, I'm present. I'm present, Speaker.
Councillor Chokolo?
Speaker, I'm here.
Thank you. Councillor Van Aswegen? Councillor Van Aswegen? Councillor Wasserman?
Speaker, I'm here.
Thank you. Councillor Weideman?
Speaker, I'm here.
Thank you. And Councillor Wolmerans?
Speaker.
Councillor Van Aswegen? Councillor Eis?
I'm present, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Speaker.
Councillor Van Aswegen? Councillor Van Aswegen? Councillor Van Aswegen? Can you? Can anyone tell me if Councillor Van Asvier, have we got connection problems? Can Graham phone?
Madam Speaker, when you were calling him now, he was on hold. I imagine his phone got a call. So, Councillor Van Asvier, are you now on the call?
Speaker, I see Councillor Van Asvier is online.
We're just waiting for Councillor Van Asvier. Councillor Van Asvier? Graham, are you able to find out if he's back?
Madam Speaker, I've just spoken to Councillor Asvier. He can hear everything clearly. He's just struggling to unmute. I think his phone got interrupted by a phone call.
Okay, I think we can start, colleagues. Good afternoon to everyone. Welcome to this special council meeting. We can now go to point number 2 and have a silent prayer. Thank you everyone. We now on point number 2. We go to point number 3, attendance of members. Councillors present. You are all present except I'm still waiting for Councillor Van Asvier. Is all your directors present?
If they could all please introduce themselves. I know the Director Planning has indicated that she's battling to unmute. No, the Director Planning is online. I see Director Corporate is, Director Community is, CFO, are you online? CFO? Doesn't seem as though the CFO is online, Speaker.
Madam Speaker, Director Infrastructure Services, present.
No, thanks. And I see the Director of Housing is on. It's the CFO I don't see, Speaker.
Director Planning, I'm present.
Director Community Services, present.
Thank you. Director Corporate present, Speaker. Thank you. Anyone else?
Speaker, Richard,
staff members that's present.
Christopher Bezuidenhout, Manager Communications and Intergovernmental Relations, Speaker. Good afternoon.
Thank you. Afternoon.
Speaker, did you hear me?
Yes.
It's Richard Meyer. It's online.
Thank you, Richard.
Speaker, you hear me?
Yes.
I am here, Councillor Salah, but I use someone is computer at the moment.
Titi, kan je mij nou horen, mijn meester?
Welcome, Councillor van Aswegen.
Okay, I'm on board, my dear.
Yes, thank you. Anyone else that's present from the officials?
Speaker.
Present. Speaker, I'm present, CFO.
Thank you, CFO.
Speaker, I raised my hand. It's Melanie Paulson, Legal Services.
Thank you.
Speaker
see Joe, I see Joe.
ICT is present.
Thank you. I see Joe's hand. Thank you, everyone. 3.1, councillors present, all councillors are present. 3.2, councillors without leave, there's no one without leave. 3.3, councillors without leave, there's no one without leave. Point number 4, just noting the provisions of Schedule 1, Code of Conduct for councillors. Point number 5, disclosure of interest. Anyone want to disclose any interest on an item on the agenda? Thank you. Then we go to point number 6, 6.1. New matters submitted by the acting MM. 2020-2021 final amendment review IDP, and the recommendation is on page number 5.
Speaker.
Councillor Wasserman.
Thank you, Speaker. We received an item from Joel, and we were told that that would be the first item on the agenda, but now you're referring to the IDP. We must first deal with the item, please, that we've received from Joel.
I haven't received an item that have to be first on the agenda, Councillor Wasserman.
Speaker, that is the communication that we received from Joel. It attached an item and it said that the item will serve first on the agenda. If you aren't aware of that, then we request please that the item serve first on the agenda before any other items are considered. The reason for this is that the budget and IDP can't be considered until the Section 139 is approved and the DBSA loan has been secured.
Speaker.
Thank you, Councillor.
Speaker.
I see a hand.
Speaker.
Yes.
Speaker, my hand is up.
Councillor Crouch and Councillor Matika, I see your hands is up.
First of all, Speaker, thanks for this opportunity. Thank you, everyone, and welcome to this wonderful Donderdag. Speaker, we received this item 2022, and now, Speaker, the DA proposed this item to be the first item on the agenda. First of all, I think it is absurd that we received this item at 20 to 2, actually 8 minutes to 2. And then now we need to put it first on the agenda. First of all, Madam Speaker, I propose we send this item to in committee. If we can't send it to in committee, we must rather leave this item. This item must be scrapped. Actually, Speaker, I propose that this item must not be entertained.
Thank you, Councillor Crouch. Councillor Matika, I see your hand.
Thank you very much, Speaker. Good afternoon, Speaker. I think Councillor Kraus has covered me. I'm seconding Councillor Kraus. Let's deal with that agenda that we received 7 days ago. This item that has just served today, we can just do it on in committees. Let's start with the item, the agenda, the normal items that are here on the agenda in front of us, because the issue that we just received 8 minutes ago, we cannot just debate issue now because we'll need the caucus to deal with those issues. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Councillor Matika. Councillor Wasserman, I see your hand.
Thank you, Speaker. With all respect to the councillors who've just spoken, they received the item. It was emailed at 9:51 this morning. It was emailed again at 16 minutes past 1, and I know for a fact you've had it since 9 o'clock this morning. So please, it's not a valid or reasonable excuse. Please, can we deal with the item now?
Councillor Davis, I see your hand.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. You know, we are in a situation, a serious situation. We know what's happening at the municipality. We've got such an urgent matter we need to deal with. This item deals with that. Before we can even consider the budget items, we need to deal with this specific item. So we need to say that we must leave it till later on, Madam Speaker, is not going to work. We need to deal with that first, because that one will then make everything smooth going forward. But to sit in the predicament that we are sitting in as council and not want to deal with this item, which is a solution to our problem, is ridiculous. So if we can deal with this item, Speaker, so that we can move forward, because we need to resolve the issues at our municipality. So if I can ask that from you, Speaker, that we can please deal with this item, because it's a critical item for us.
Thank you, Councillor Levy.
Thank you.
Speaker.
Thank you. Councillor Kirsty, I see your hand is up.
Speaker.
Kirsty, I see your hands up.
Chokolo as well, Speaker.
Speaker.
Speaker. Oh,
Speaker.
Councillor Luzuko.
Speaker Skosana, Ibo.
No, Luzuko is for before you, Councillor Skosana. I look at the hands.
Okay, Matika.
My hand was up
Luzuko,
before someone in Lavey.
you're calling then, Councillor Skosana.
You must raise your hands, Kosana. You must
Speaker,
raise
my hand has been raised.
Madam Speaker, look, I think Councillor Wasserman has raised two issues, the DBSA and it's the DBSA, I can't remember, but I just want to concur with your Speaker that if you look at it, the DBSA thing is a loan that we took, that is it's in the current year. I think for us now to approve or to go to a budget, which is for the year that we're going to, the financial year that we are approaching now, it's not going to make sense, Speaker. And I think I concur with my whip and Councillor Wasserman that let's first deal with this one. It will help us. It will help us a very big deal that we move with this item and then we go to the budget, Speaker. I appeal we start with this item and deal with the Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Zuko. Councillor Kosana.
Thank you, Speaker. Good to everyone. Speaker, mine is very simple in terms of the rules. I think we are matured enough and we have crisis. We all know that we are sitting with crisis within our great town. Speaker, Rule 3.2, the Speaker may change the order of business appearing on the agenda. I think this meeting has been controlled by you, Speaker. The powers lies with you, how you want the order of the business to be today. It is clear in our rules of order, which was adopted by Council. 3A, councillors can go and read it. It says clearly that the Speaker may change the order of business appearing on the agenda. I never hear you saying that certain items won't be entertained in the agenda, but people must give you a space and you do your duties as a Speaker elected by this council. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Skosana. I see Councillor Matika, your hand still up. And Councillor Kraut.
Speaker.
Speaker, please, I don't
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Speaker. Can I speak?
Yes, Councillor Matika.
Speaker, we are not grandstanding here, and some of us were not really fortunate to receive the item on 9 o'clock. Here in my emails, here is my email, Speaker. We received the item at 13:52. It was 2 minutes before 2 o'clock. So we cannot entertain such an item. Here is it, Speaker. Here's my email. We received the item at what time? We cannot entertain such, Speaker. Deal with the agenda of the day, that the agenda we received 7 days ago. Let's deal with the agenda. Any other item, we can put it at later. We can put it on in committees or we can put it the last item. So let's deal with the agenda that is here today, Speaker, please, and move. You are the Speaker of the meeting. Let's move, please, Speaker.
Thank you, Councillor Matika. Councillor Kraut.
Thanks, Speaker. Speaker, I think Councillor Matika covered me because I don't know how Councillor Wasserman knows what time I receive emails because mine says 13:52. Speaker, I want to concur with what Councillor Skosana is saying. You make the ruling on your agenda so we can move with the business of the day, please, Speaker. And I wouldn't allow any more hands.
Councillor Kraut, thank you. Councillor Weideman, I see your hand is up in the MM.
Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you, yes.
The item that is called for at the moment, the purpose of the item is for the council to consider requesting assistance from provincial and national departments for assistance with a compilation of a financial recovery plan and support package in terms of section 1395A and C of the Constitution of the Republic.
Speaker, on a point of order. On a point of order, Speaker, on a point of order.
Councillor Weideman.
Speaker,
Councillor
Weideman can't dictate what goes onto your agenda.
Councillor
Speaker, can Councillor Krans give the rule that she's referring to? Thank you.
I'm giving the same rule as what Skosana did.
Rule
This is
22. I
really-
think Councillor Crouch is speaking about Rule 22, Speaker.
It's so unfortunate.
Councillor Zuko, can you just mute your mic? MM, I see your hand is up. And Councillor Weil, I see your hand is up.
Thanks, Speaker. I just want to clarify something. I did send a draft email. I did send a draft item last night. However, this morning I called Kirsty, who confirmed which councillors were in the building, and I asked Kirsty to give a hard copy to those councillors. That was before 10 o'clock. So the rest were emailed at 9:51, those who were not in the building. Those who were in the building were given a hard copy by Kirsty. Jill's email, which was sent later, was just sent by email, but hard copies were given to the councillors in the building, and Kirsty gave me those names this morning before 10.
Councillor GM, I see your hand is up.
Yes, it's me, Speaker. As the Chief Whip of the ANC, I can confirm with you that the ANC councillors received that hard copy at 8 minutes to 2. I will not talk about anything. The ANC received it at 8 minutes to 2, and that is what I can confirm.
Thank you, Councillor Crouch. Can I?
Speaker, you forgot about me.
Councillor Davis.
Speaker, you know, the 7 days ago, we had an item to council on the budget. And we then deferred it. Between now and 7 days ago, we got a serious item relating to the DBSA. We've got serious issues that happened. We've had situations. We know what happened in terms of resignations, etc. What we are saying is we've got this item that is very serious. This is the time to stand together as council and deal with the problem that will resolve the issues at our municipality and will get us back on our feet. So I've got a suggestion, Speaker. If the ANC feels that they need time to go through the document, why not give them time to go? Why don't we adjourn, go through the document because it's so important, and then we move forward? Because my colleague, Councillor Chikolo, made it clear that before we can even look at the budget item, we are in a situation right now, and in a serious situation, and we need to take leadership together as council. So we are even willing, if you say, look, we'll adjourn for however long to go through this item. We come back, we look at the item, and we make a decision on the item. And then we move forward, Speaker. If I can suggest that, please. Thank you.
Speaker. Thank you. Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, I will say again that we're going to waste each other's time here. Rule 62, Speaker, is clear that you, out of all the deliberation, that you must make a ruling. We can't be held in ransom of information that will arrive late to us. We are not saying that people must understand it clearly. We are not saying that we're not going to entertain or we're going to entertain it. We are saying that there is a speaker in this council. And as a speaker, I will ask Speaker that I'll plead with you. Can you just use your powers from 6-2, which says that you must give a ruling in this respect? People must not use their emotion. They must be patient. Will I entertain them in due course?
Thank you, Councillor Skosana. The last one will be, I don't know, all your hands are up, Councillor. I think you need to lower your hands.
Speaker.
Can you just lower your hands, Councillor Nez?
Speaker, Bonanessa.
Councillor Nezu.
Okay. You hear me?
Yes, you can put your camera on because it's moving. Just put the camera off and then you can talk.
The camera on, speak.
Just put it off because it's moving.
Okay, sure. Speaker, nami David, sifimelele andiboni ingxaki bakuthiwa iza-entertainer cha later. Kutheni enganyelwe kangaka? Because sinento siyithole 7 days ago ephambi kwethu. Nayi serious le matter.
Speaker, this is a serious. Speaker, we have received this item. We have received this item later, so I do not see any problem if we cannot entertain it now, because this is a very serious matter. We should have received at least 7 days ago.
Thanks.
Thank you, Councillor Nezu. I see all the hands are up. Councillors, can you put your hands down? Councillor Larsen.
Afternoon, councillors. I am struggling today. I use my other office instead of my home office. Sorry, Speaker. Speaker, I think now we are wasting the time of meeting. We have a special meeting, Speaker. We agree that items, we are dealing with them in this special meeting. Please, Speaker, I understand the issue of the budget is the first even in that time, and we start with the IDP. Please, Speaker, can you continue in that fashion, please? Please, Speaker, can you continue in that fashion of that last special meeting? Because we continue with that agenda. Please, Speaker.
Thank you, councillors. We are now on point 6.1. The item that you are talking about that we received, I also didn't receive that email, I received it just now at something to 2. We're going to deal with the item after we have finished the item that's on the agenda. 6.1, 2020-21 final amended review IDP, and the recommendation is on page number 5. Councillor Wasserman.
Thank you, Speaker. I'd like to ask for a caucus for the DA for 15 minutes, please.
Thank you. Okay. Granted, Councillor Wasserman.
Thank you. We'll be back then at...
Speaker, can you tell them when they must be back, Speaker?
Yes, it's 10 minutes. You'll be back at 25 to.
Thank you, Speaker.
We've got a new speaker.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Vaza.
Councillors, can you all mute your mics? Can everyone mute their mics, please?
Speaker, I think we're all back.
Kathy Weideman is back.
Thank you. Councillor Councillor Wasserman, is the caucus back? All of them?
We are
Speaker,
back.
I suggest that you just do a roll call just to make sure that everyone is in the room.
Okay. Okay.
Councillor Volmeran.
Yes.
Chokolo is back, Speaker.
Thank you.
Sturubel is also here, Speaker.
Thank you.
Councillor Opperman is here.
Thank you.
Councillor Ace is back.
Thank you, Councillor Ace.
Councillor Krauts is back.
Thank you.
Yes, Speaker. Councillor Tsengwa is back.
Thank you.
Councillor Wasserman.
Speaker
Thank you, Councillor Wasserman. Susana, thank you.
Councillor
Suana is back, Speaker.
Thank you. Councillor Selassie, I can see you.
Is back, Speaker.
Thanks, Speaker.
Thank you.
Councillor Weideman.
Thank you. Councillor Van Aswegen. Councillor Van Aswegen, are you back? Thank you, Councillor Wasserman, you have asked for the caucus.
Thank you, Speaker. I'm going to
Thank
first
you,
hand over to Councillor Davis, and then I'll speak
Thank
after him. Thank you.
Can I speak, Madam Speaker?
Yes, Councillor Davis.
Madam Speaker, we are in a financial crisis, and this crisis is detrimental to our town to ensure continued service delivery, and also has an impact on the potential collapse of our institution. For us to sit here and refuse to put an item that deals with the reality that there's administrative
Point of correction,
instability.
Councillor Davis, point of correction. I did not say I'm
Yeah.
refusing to put the item on the agenda.
No, I'm speaking. If Speaker can just allow me to finish speaking. I'm just talking about why it's
I'm
unacceptable
just
that this
correcting
item will not be.
the refusing part you are saying. I
Okay, so
didn't
that you are.
refuse to put the item on the
Okay, so
agenda.
let me change my wording. So you're refusing to put the item on first because our argument is that before you can even talk about the budget, you need to talk about the current situation that we are in now. And it's unacceptable that within this context and within all the instability that is happening and within the fact that we are sitting with a crisis with the DBSA and all of the related matters, to not even want to adjourn, not even want to discuss this item first. It is imperative that
Order,
this item
Speaker.
serves first. So, Madam Speaker, I
Speaker.
just want to say from our side, it's
Davis.
unacceptable. And for us to
Order,
not deal
Speaker.
with this is a slap in the
Order,
face of our
Davis.
town, in the slap of the face of our staff,
Speaker.
in the a slap in the face of
Order,
our
Speaker.
community. Thank you.
Order, Speaker.
Councillor Skusana.
Speaker. Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, in due respect, Speaker, the rules are very clear. The Speaker may at any time during a meeting introduce any matter. You didn't say, Speaker, today that you won't introduce any matter. You must not be quoted wrong here. People must not try and grandstand here with the situation we are sitting within now, Speaker. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you, Councillor Skusana.
Speaker,
Councillor,
you never allowed me to finish. I'm allowed to speak for 5 minutes according to the rules.
Councillor, there was a point of order.
May I continue, Speaker?
Yes, Councillor Davis.
And so we know that currently we have the escalating debt, we have declining collection rates, and we can go on and on and on and on and on and on. We are in a serious financial position. And Speaker, we are saying, I know that you said you don't want to entertain it now, you will entertain it later, but what we're trying to get through to you is that it cannot wait till later on, that before a budget can be approved, we first have to deal with this issue, because if this issue is not dealt with, the budget means nothing. So I want to say from our side that this is unacceptable, and we seriously disagree with this approach. Thank you.
Order, Speaker.
Councillor Skosana.
Point of order, Speaker. Thank you, Speaker. In due respect to the Chief Whip of the TA. For point 22, Speaker, content of debate, the councillor who's speaking must direct his or her speech to the matter before council. Speaker, they've asked for a motion. We're still waiting. Please, Speaker. Let us not waste each other time here.
Councillor Wasserman.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, Knysna is facing many challenges. We all know that. An urgent intervention is required in order to turn the situation around. One of the reasons for the item that we're referring to is for Council to grant delegated executive authority to the acting municipal manager, Dr. Gratz, for a period of 6 months to implement a turnaround package. Dr. Gratz has started us along the right path. We need to let her get the job done. Speaker, as we keep saying, the budget can't be considered until this item has been considered so that we know where we stand. The DBSA loan has to be approved. The Section 139 has to be secured. Speaker, we note that you're not going to allow us to deal with this item first, and for that reason, the DA cannot stand by and let this happen. So we are now going to leave this meeting now, Speaker. So I'd like to say that I, Councillor Michelle Wasserman, am now leaving this meeting. Thank you, Councillor. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you, Councillor Wasserman.
Speaker.
We are on.
Councillor Weideman.
Can you proceed?
Speaker, I just want to say something. They must, when they speak things like this, they must tell the truth. The DBSA loan has nothing to do with that item. The DA must stop this nonsense. The DBSA loan has nothing to do with this item. They must come with the truth why this item must be first. It has nothing to do with the budget. It has nothing to do with the DBSA loan. The DA must be honest here.
Councillor.
Speaker.
We are now on point 6.1. The IDP and the recommendation is on point number 5. Can we go with that?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We can go with it.
Move, Speaker.
Thank you.
Speaker.
Speakers, sorry, can I just establish, are all the councillors except for Councillor Wasserman still in the meeting? Can I just establish that?
That's their problem. Move, Speaker.
We are meeting now.
Move, Speaker. Don't anyone there. Move.
Speaker, sorry, for quorum purposes.
Just to inform you that I'm also leaving the meeting now. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Wolmerang. We now on number 6.2.
That thing is late, Speaker. We are already
The DA don't have to acknowledge the fact that they are leaving. They can just leave the meeting. They can just leave the meeting. They don't have to acknowledge the fact that they are leaving.
Councillor Kraut, we are on 6.2. Spatial Development Framework. Thank you.
Speaker, sorry, Speaker, if I can come in here, please. There needs to be a quorum. There needs to be a quorum for the meeting.
No.
And there needs to be a majority of the seats need to vote in.
Put us in this situation. Don't tell us about the quorum here. You come up with the item, don't have it. Continue, Speaker. Don't listen. This don't listen. Continue. Don't listen.
Why do you say we haven't got a quorum?
Quorum. Don't listen.
People left meeting. We still have quorum.
Continue.
Speaker, I'm responsible to advise the council. In terms of for the IDP and the budget, you need a majority of seats. So can I just confirm that we got a majority of votes? We got 11 votes for the first item. Can I just please confirm there were 11 votes to vote in favor of the IDP? That's all I'm asking, that there are 11 votes for the IDP.
Continue. It's MM, that one must sit there. Continue, Speaker. You are the Speaker. You're responsible for the people. Continue. Don't listen. Continue. Leave that MM. Give us the item. I don't have that item. It's here. This is the one is make this crisis here.
I see your hand is up.
I'm done for.
No, Speaker, what I was going to say, let's proceed. We have the quorum. No one, only the TA that left the meeting. It means we are 11 that are in the meeting. There is no objection. It means all 11 of us, we voted for the ITP. Let us continue.
It's not the DA, it's 3 councillors, Matiwane. It's 3 councillors. So, Speaker, continue. It's only 3 councillors that noted.
Thank you. We're now on 6.2. And the recommendation is in number 6, page 6.
I propose.
Let me just get to the recommendation. Speak.
Councillor Kraut, I see your hand is up. MM, I see your hand is up.
Speaker, I want to reiterate, for these items, the IDP, the budget, the SDF, need a majority of the seats in council. In other words, you must please just confirm there are 11 votes for each of these items.
We don't want to advise too late. We don't want to advise.
Fine, if you don't want my advice, then I just don't want this to later be challenged and be declared invalid. So if you can please, for the administration's sake, confirm that 11 councillors are voting for each. Speaker, can you protect me, please? I don't appreciate this. You require 11 votes, which is the majority of the seats for the IDP and the budget and these items today. So please, for the sake of the administration, can you please just confirm that there are 11 votes in favor, and then we can move on.
Yes, Councillor
Matika, I see your hand is up.
Thank you very much, Speaker. Speaker, I don't know why we're debating a lot now. 3 councillors said that they must be excused on this meeting. And then we said, can you go to the recommendation? We all agree. It was only 3 councillors. I don't know what this issue of a vote of counting. There's no counter proposal. We all agree. It was only 3 councillors that says that they must be excused. It was Wasserman, it was Livey, then it was Chokolo. So let's move, Speaker.
Okay, Speaker, my hand is up.
Councillor Kraut.
Can we just go back to the rules of order of virtual meetings? If my memory do serve me correct on the rules of order of virtual meetings, that you're not allowed to walk out of a meeting in a virtual meeting, that once you've been roll called and you're part of the meeting, you're part of the meeting. Can you just confirm that one for me, please, Speaker?
I see your hand is still up.
No, it's an old hand, sorry.
Thank you. DM, I see your hand is up.
Old hand.
Okay, Speaker, good afternoon. No, Speaker, that's an old hand. Eh?
Thank you. Councillor Kraus, that's also how I read the rules for virtual meetings. Councillors, we are on page number 6 that we said that the tabling of the final draft spatial development framework be noted and that the spatial development framework be approved. Page 6. Councillors, can you hear me?
Yes, it's approved.
Yes, Speaker. We go with the recommendations.
And remember, I see your hand is still up.
Yes, Speaker. I just want to mention that if I have a look at the participants online, there is not a quorum, Speaker.
Speaker, we approve the recommendation as it is.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, Speaker.
We hear you, Speaker.
Speaker, I do believe we are a quorum. You see what happens, Speaker? You are using my laptop and I am using my phone. So it might count 10, but we are 11. You can take a roll call, Speaker, to make sure that we are a quorum.
Speaker, I did raise my hand.
Just wait, Melanie, because I can't see Melanie.
Thank you, Speaker. I think Councillor Kraus covered me for the purposes of roll calling. I just wanted to make sure that if we are now dealing with the passing of bylaws, the approval of budgets, and any item in the section 160 between brackets 2 of the Constitution, we need the majority of members of council. Any other question before council is decided by votes cast. All questions concerning matters mentioned in subsection 2 are determined by a decision taken by a municipal council with a supporting vote of a majority of members. So I support Councillor Krautz's recommendation that you just do a roll call.
Thank you. Councillor Kraut. Councillor Kraut.
Speaker.
Yes, Councillor Davis.
Speaker, we are already agreed with the recommendation. What are you now?
Councillor Matika. Councillor Matika.
Yes, Speaker. Dikona, Speaker.
Councillor Matiwana.
Yes, Speaker. Dikona.
Councillor Naki.
Corner, Speaker.
Councillor Nezu.
Yes, I'm present, Speaker.
Councillor Opperman. Councillor Opperman. Councillor Salase.
Corner, Speaker.
Councillor Skosana.
Present, Speaker.
Councillor Strubel. Councillor Tsengwa.
Yes, Speaker. Yes, Speaker. I'm present.
Councillor Chokolo. Councillor Ace. Councillor Ace. Councillor Van Aswegen.
In the toilet.
Councillor Van Aswegen. I can't hear you. Are you here? Councillor Van Aswegen? Yes, okay. I hear you. Councillor Wasserman has left. Councillor Weideman. Councillor Wolmerans. Can we check where is Councillor Ace, because I think he's still connected. Councillor Ace?
Speaker?
Yes.
Speaker?
Yes, Councillor.
No, Speaker, I was going to maybe suggest that we adjourn the meeting for 10 minutes, and because it is important for us to be a quorum. And I'm sure, as we are saying, that Councillor Ace is still connected. And yes, hence I wanted to just suggest that.
Thank you, dear. How many time do you need? Because it's now 3 o'clock, 7 minutes past 3.
No, Speaker, I was just proposing or suggesting 10 minutes, maybe 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay.
Speaker,
Yes.
I think that if we're not a quorum, there is a procedure we follow. And I think the procedure, Director Corporate, can you just guide us through the procedure that we need to follow? Is it 30 minutes before we can then make a decision if this meeting is adjourned?
Director Corporate?
Speaker, my hand is up. If I have the rules in front of me.
Yes.
If I can assist the director, because I have the rules in front of me. I don't know if the director has the rules. Speaker, may I proceed to read for you from the rule?
Yes, Melanie, I'm waiting.
Rule 11.4. Whenever during a meeting there is no quorum, the speaker must suspend the proceedings until a quorum is again present. Provided that if after 10 minutes or such long a time the speaker may allow, there is still no quorum, the speaker must adjourn the meeting.
Thank you.
So, Speaker, you can now adjourn the meeting for, it says 10 minutes or such long a time as the speaker may allow.
Speaker?
Councillor Kraus, the meeting is adjourned until 3:30.
No. For how long, Speaker?
3:30.
I just need to say, Speaker, that it says whenever there is no quorum, the start of the meeting must be delayed for no longer than 30 minutes. It doesn't say anything about 10 minutes, Speaker.
Councillor Kraus, I said the meeting is adjourned until 3:30. Thank you.
Okay, Speaker.
Kale General Maat. Bellen is die vergadering nog aan?
Raadslid van Aswegen, ek sien nie die ander mense sal teruggecancel. Hulle is in die meeting, maar ek dink die speaker het gesê 3:30 raadslid.
As dit dan materiaal gewees my kind?
We are all moving to our different venues.
Thanks. Thank you, councillors. We are back. Councillors, I can see everyone here.
Speaker.
Councillor Aswegen.
Kosana here. Speaker.
Yes.
Is Melanie online?
Yes.
Can I, through you, Speaker, to her?
Yes.
I need to understand the rule, the constitution there where she read in terms of the majority of the members of the municipality council must be present before a vote may be taken on any matter. Is she listening? Is she listening, Speaker?
I am here, Councillor Skosana.
Yes, I need to understand that this council now consists of 19 councillors, if I'm correct. Now, out of 19, half of 9, it gives you then, it said 10 is the majority, if I'm correct. I need clarity then. Am I correct?
Councillor Skosana, unfortunately not. We count the majority of members, which means the number of seats for this council. The number of seats for Nyasa municipality is 21. You might recall the matter of Stephen de Vries versus the Democratic Alliance in the Garden Route, where that is the leading authority on quorums.
Okay. Now let me do a follow-up, Speaker. Speaker, through you. Speaker, are you available? Speaker.
I'm listening,
Councillor. Yes, Speaker, through you to the legal team. Truly, I understand the reference you are making, but mine is to say under the circumstances in the country of COVID-19, I've read somewhere that we can't even have by-elections in areas where by-election was supposed to take place. Now, how do you treat those matters then? Because honestly, there won't be any by-election under the circumstances the country finds itself to date. Then, what is the argument around that then? The situation is not normal outside.
Councillor Skosana, I believe that there has been a court case from the IEC as well with regards to by-elections. I don't have it in front of me now, but I think the latest postponement that the IEC has received is for August to get their everything ready that they require in order to have those outstanding by-elections.
Okay. Thanks for now.
Can I ask Tuli?
Councillor Matika?
Tuli.
Yes, Councillor Matika.
Okay, sorry, Mrs. Melanie Pauls. Okay. You see, the constitution, it's not clear in terms of the members. It's saying the members. And then your Structures Act 30, in terms of the quorum and decision, it says that a majority of the councillors must be present at the meeting of the council before any vote may take any matter. You see, Toli, that's why it's confusing me. It says councillors, and then the constitution is talking about members. And then even the rules of order, this municipality is also talking about the councillors present. Must be the majority of councillors. So in terms
Councillor
of
Matika, the
current
definitions in the Structures Act defines a councillor as a member of a council.
Director Corporate, I think I saw your hand. Councillor DM?
Yeah, Speaker. I think my connection is bad. Thank you, Speaker. I think the legal services manager is absolutely correct. The majority of members would be based on the number of seats within council. And this council has 21 seats, and therefore majority votes should be 11, irrespective of the vacancies that are within council.
Thank you, Director.
Thank you, Director. DM?
Can we now adjourn? Yeah.
I see your hand is up.
I'm a 7 days. Yeah.
DM, I see your hand is up. DM?
Yeah.
Councillor Kraut?
I think at term, Speaker.
Thank you, Councillor Kraut.
Yes, Speaker.
I see your hand up.
Yes, Speaker. Speaker, I just want to say that it is unfortunate that the DA choose this time when it is so crucial for this town to pass the budget and to ensure that our employees and everyone is secure. However, I am very disappointed that the DA seems to put politics in front of the residents of Knysna, the employees of this organization. And just to, this is just my thinking of what they are thinking of the employees of this organization. However, Speaker, I'm sure that come back maybe in 7 days, we'll pass the budget to give the employees the security that this municipality won't go under administration, because this is what the DA are pushing for. I think it is time we must say it the way it is. The DA wants to put this municipality under administration, and they want to give the reason they are walking out is the item to give executive powers to the municipal manager, which unfortunately, as the ANC, we are democracy. We've been voted in through democracy, and we can't allow this. It can never happen that we give up our democracy like this. And if the DA wants to give up their democracy for a dictatorship, the ANC won't allow it. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you, Councillor Kraut. Was that advice that we were giving about from legal service? This meeting is now adjourned.
For 7 days.
Speaker?
Yeah.
Speaker. Titi.
Speaker.
You have the floor, Councillor Van Aswegen, speak.
No, I just want all the speaker to please speak to the acting MM to make sure that these things doesn't happen again. I cannot accept that a decision made by the acting MM to put an item first on the agenda did not go through the office of the speaker. It's making a mockery of all or of anything that we're trying to achieve in the municipality. I don't want to get the impression that the acting MM has a total disregard for the office of the speaker, because that in itself creates these type of problems. So can I ask in future the speaker? Speaker?
Yes, sorry, man. I was out here.
Speaker, now let me just repeat the following.
Yes.
I want you to liaise with the office or vice versa. In fact, she's supposed to liaise with you to discuss the issue whereby the acting MM would put an item on the agenda and even send an email that it must be first. That is not supposed, I think, is supposed to take place here. You're still the speaker. This council is not under administration yet. And we should respect those protocols and those processes. Otherwise, we create this situation. And I don't want to get the impression that the acting MM is deliberately creating these type of problems that we currently experience. So please, can you liaise with her? Daar's 'n ou Afrikaanse gesegde, as Mohammed nie na die berg toe wil kom en by berg maar na Mohammed toe gaan. But we cannot allow that we've got two different processes and procedures that people want to follow here. That's all I want to say at this moment.
Thank you, Councillor Van Aswegen. Is there anyone else that want to say something before we
No, close it, Speaker. We'll meet in 7 days.
Yes, Speaker.
Thank you. We will determine when the meeting will be. A date for
Speaker.
the meeting.
Speaker.
Yes.
Speaker, really, I need to echo the words of Councillor Ricky. Really, everything that comes to the agenda needs to go through the office of the Speaker. It can never in our lifetime things happen. We have a high respect for the acting MM. That's the reason we extended her acting position. We applied for her 2 months. But if these are the way she thinks of running this town, it's unacceptable, Speaker. And I think it's right to try and meet a woman to woman and address this issue today. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Van Aswegen. Francisco Sana. This meeting is now adjourned. Councillors.
What a dictatorship. Never. Give our powers away.